Hello YouTube, and welcome to part 17 of my Dungeon Keeper 2 walkthrough. Before I get into this level, I just want to take a moment to address a known issue with this game, which you may encounter if you have purchased it from GOG.com, as I have, and which I suspect most of you have, unless you've managed to hold on to your CD-ROM from 1999, since it's not available on Steam. The copy of the game that you purchase from GOG comes pre-patched as version 1.7, which you can see in the bottom left of the title screen as shown here. If this is the version of the game that you've got, then what you may find is that in some of the later levels, some of the creatures don't make an appearance at all, even if you've built the rooms that should attract them. Specifically, rogues don't appear even if you build a casino, dark knights don't appear even if you build a combat pit, and the dark angels don't appear even if you've built a temple. Clearly this can have a negative impact on the last few levels of the game, since you're going into the most challenging dungeons without any of the strongest minions available to you. For some reason goblins and fireflies also don't appear, but they're of lesser importance. Anyway, if you find that this is the case, that for some reason you aren't getting these creatures, then there is a workaround for it. I'm not going to go through all of the steps just now because it involves downloading and replacing some of the game maps, but there is a website that has a very easy to follow, clear step-by-step guide for fixing this flaw in the game. And I'll post the link to the website in the description, but I'll also put up the website address at the end of this video as well. Suffice to say, I can confirm that the step-by-step guide does work, because I have used it myself. I was suffering from this problem and I followed the steps. The website, as well as giving you a step-by-step guide, it gives you all of the files that you need as well. You can download it from there, and once you've completed the steps necessary, it should correct this problem. And as you'll see in this video, I do attract all of the creatures that I should. So if you're suffering from this problem, follow this guide and it will work. Anyway, on to the game. So this is the first level in which we get hold of the Dark Angels, and this is a cool level. I do really enjoy playing this level because the Dark Angels are just so badass. They are the toughest minions in the game, the strongest by far. They have a lot of cool abilities, but in this level you can't just build a temple and start attracting the Dark Angels. Instead you have to win their favor, and you're doing this in competition with two other dungeon keepers, so it's a race to see who can attract them first, because they'll only side with one person, with one keeper, and the way to attract them is to kill heroes. You need to kill a lot of heroes. In fact, 20 is the magic number. Whoever gets to 20 heroes first will win the favor of the Dark Angels, and then they'll be summoned to your side. So there's a lot of gold around in this level, as you can obviously see. So you've got plenty of money to build out rooms, and plenty of space to make the rooms virtually any size that you want. I'm trying to tunnel out square rooms or rectangular rooms as much as I can, but the abundance of gold around the place makes it slightly difficult, but yeah, we'll get there. So as I mentioned, there's plenty of gold and space to build out all of the rooms that you have in your arsenal. Do rooms count as an arsenal? I guess they don't really. Anyway, moving on. One room I'm not going to build, however, is a prison, because creatures that die in prison don't count towards your tally of 20. So I don't think there's any real point in building a prison in this level, because you want to kill the heroes, not imprison them. And I don't think they count if you torture them to death either. You have to kill the heroes so that they die on the ground in order for it to count towards your total. So yeah, personally I'm not bothering with the prison. I don't know how you feel about it, but yeah, I think it's unnecessary. I will, however, build a torture chamber just so that I can attract mistresses to the dungeon, because mistresses are pretty good once you train them up. So there's so much gold around that it's just lying on the ground at the moment, because I've got no space to put it all. But yeah, I think we'll be able to build out plenty of rooms fairly soon. Should think, and start using up some of this gold. There's 2 portals which you saw before, you should have seen before. So we'll link to them as soon as we can. Once we've started building out these rooms, I'm still working on my room templates. I just want to get them just the right size. And a magic box there. There's several magic boxes in this level, but you don't need them too much, because despite the video's long length, it actually feels like quite a fast-moving, fast-paced level, because you do have to make sure that you win the favor of the Dark Angels and kill the heroes quickly. Once you've got the Dark Angels, then you can very easily move against the 2 rival keepers, as you will see later on. This little room here I'm turning into a treasury just so I can start moving some gold into it, and I have actually breached the edges of the dungeon, which I didn't really want to do at this early stage, but never mind, you live and learn.
Your creatures will starve if you do not build them.
I guess one advantage of that is that I've already picked up some salamanders, so that's something. It could have been worse. I could have run into a band of heroes, which would not have been good, since I have no creatures yet. But I didn't. I got the salamanders instead, which is nice. So I need to build a hatchery now, because as the dungeon narrator was saying, the creatures will starve if they don't get one. That magic box is add mana, so yeah, I might work on that later. This room I'm turning into a workshop, I think,
You have claimed a portal.
because I want my training room to be larger than that, but that's just big enough for a workshop. And still so much gold around. Yes, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I can expand out this room here, make it into something.
A new species
And
of creature
yeah,
has entered
okay, I'll
your
make
dungeon.
another room just on the edge here. Yeah, nice 4x4, and then I can make another room up here, which will be nice and big, so I think I'll make that the hatchery. So let's start building that right now. So expand the hatchery later on once the imps have dug out the rest of the earth.
Well fed.
And this room here will be our library. That should be big enough for our library. And then we can make another room adjoining it, because we've got plenty of space to move up to our portal. So yes.
A new species
Okay.
of creature has entered your dungeon.
Okay, who's just that's Warlock. Good. Excellent. So let's get another room as well. We're gonna need more. And yeah, I need more imps. Need more imps to dig out this earth. So get moving. Yes, dig it out. Dig it all out. This is one of the few levels in which you have so much gold you don't really know what to do with it all. At least in the beginning. Yeah. I need more mana though. Need more mana so I can get more imps. But at least we can expand the treasury a little bit further now. That should ensure that my creatures don't starve. And yeah, I've just noticed the hatchery isn't quite square. Must be square! So let's change that. Now what's next? Definitely need a training room. And I think I'll make this room here a torture chamber. Just so I can attract the mistresses. I'm probably not actually going to use the torture chamber for anything. But, you know, it'll keep the mistresses happy. We'll make this the training room, since it's nice and big. And, yeah, put the torture chamber here. Not getting the prison. So, yes. And then after that, we'll just need a casino, a combat pit, and a graveyard. Right, yeah. The training room we can expand a little bit further as well, just to make it a nice 5x5 training room, since we've got to train up all our creatures. Now that we've spent plenty of money, we can start moving some of this gold into the treasury. I accidentally used the magic box there, which is okay. It's no big deal. That was a mana one. I accidentally picked up some creatures too. I just meant to pick up the gold. So at least we've increased our mana reserves, and we can get plenty more imps if we want to. We'll also have access to Horny soon. So they're just about finished digging out the hatchery. So I think this room just below the hatchery will turn into the casino. So there we go, Horny's Allegiance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I've got upgraded imps. So our warlocks have been working hard in the library already. So who's that just come in? Bile demons. Yeah, plenty more imps. Get all the imps. I want them all.
A warlock has become unhappy because he has no lair.
I was gonna make this a casino, but I actually want a bigger casino than that. A bigger casino than 4x4. Yeah, I want at least a 5x5 casino, so I'll make this the casino here. And I also want a 5x5 graveyard as well, because we've got the money for it. So we could do that here. And then we'll get another room just here as well, like so. Make that 5x5 too, just for whatever we like, a treasury or something. So yeah, we'll get an imp to start digging out all of those rooms, which will increase our mana count even further. I'll turn this room into a treasury actually, that 4x4 room, and then I can really start piling the gold into it. Like this so. There's still loads of gold lying around. The first fight is breaking out. Okay, so we've discovered the blue dungeon. Actually, they've been claiming a lot of land. I hadn't realized that they'd explored so far. Never mind. I'll get them to mine out this gold just to keep the imps out of trouble. So, yes, that's coming along. Let's pick up some more gold before our creatures steal it, and make sure that we've got enough to build the rooms that we want. So, bile demons, they really get on my wick actually, those bile demons. They're so slow and they're very easily annoyed, which makes me annoyed at them. So, yeah. Slap all the imps to make their efficiency go up. Okay. So they've just about dug out those rooms, and yeah, I'm gonna have a nice big casino here. Nice big gambling den for my creatures. Like that. Badam. Roulette tables, drinking tables, and everything. And okay. Didn't quite get a proper 5x5 room there because of the impassable rock. So I could turn that into another layer or something if I need to. Let's just use Sight of Evil here and see if there's more impassable rock, which doesn't look like it. So we claimed the second portal. Okay.
Demon has become unhappy because it is no lair.
Finish off the hatchery. It must be square. And okay, we've explored just about all the way up to the, well, we have explored up to the heroes, who are all occupying the center of the map. This room will be the combat pit, I think. A proper 5x5 combat pit. Another unhappy bile demon. God, they're awful. Just what is the point of them, really? I do not know. So yeah, let's get a graveyard. That used up most of my money. Not to worry though, plenty more where that came from. So yeah, let's get the gold, get all the gold that's lying around. Still plenty more. And yeah, there we've got a rogue. You can see rogues have started arriving. And now all of the salamanders are trained up to level 4. So once the combat pit is ready, I'll chuck them in there so I can get them up higher. You can train creatures up to the level 8 in the combat pit. Although it is a proper fighting pit, so the creatures will be knocked out and will need to be taken back to the lair. Otherwise they will die. So just keep an eye on the combat pit if you have creatures fighting in it. 3 rogues already. Level 1. Can they take out this trap? One of them has immediately run away. Oh no, he's come back. Now the other one's gone. Okay, whatever. I'll just leave them to it. Actually no. I'll get one of them training, since they're no good to me at level 1. And yeah, let's expand the graveyard a little bit further. And I'll wait for the combat pit to be finished so I can construct that. And then we'll start getting Dark Knights through, which are awesome. So let's build it. We can't afford the full thing just yet, but we can build a smaller one. Run out of cash. Let's just finish it off. There's still plenty of gold around though.
A rogue has become unhappy because he has
I could create gold, but no, I don't need to, because there's a ton of gold lying around in my workshop. So let's fill our coffers back up with it. There. Immediately restored. And pick up all the rest of it as well. Somebody's fighting, but I'll deal with that in a minute.
new species of creature has entered your dungeon.
New species of creature, that's got to be a Dark Knight, isn't it? Yes it is, there we go. And we can finish off the training room now, which is good, because there's a ton of creatures in it.
I'm unhappy because he has no lair.
Who's unhappy? Go and make a lair for yourself then. Look at the size of that lair. There's plenty of space. And let's finish off this combat pit now. Yes. Look at that. Mint. So now we can... well, yes, we'll just finish off the graveyard as well. And that's everything. That's everything complete. And space for another layer if we need it. So, I still haven't seen anyone win the jackpot yet in the casino. which I thought I would have by now. It's really funny when they win. Hopefully we'll get to see that happen before the end of this playthrough.
Creature has entered your dungeon.
Who's entered? Ah, fireflies. Oh good. Just what I need. Fireflies. So yeah, they're the heroes. There are 4 what are they called? Guard posts. They patrol around the guard posts, and there's also patrols that come and go. There you saw on the map actually just how much of the map we'd explored all the way around. I think we'd covered 3 guard posts there, and from the map you can see these 2 very large deposits of gold over in the left and right corners of the map. So yeah, there is absolutely no reason not to build out the largest of graveyards, combat pits, and all of the other expensive rooms if you want them, because there's an absolute ton of gold, a shit ton of money, I think is the official banking term. So yeah, I've interrupted my salamanders gambling in order to get them training up in the combat pit, because as you may have seen briefly, all of the heroes that are patrolling those guard posts are very high level. I think the lowest level of those heroes was level 6. So we're going to need our creatures to be trained up to equally high levels so we can take them on. And yeah, I think I've lost some imps, probably to those enemy imps, so I'll just get some more. And there's the salamander, needs to be taken back.
Battle in the combat pit is over.
So yeah, the combat pit can be really useful actually, because your creatures do learn fast. They do gain experience quickly, but it does require that extra level of micromanagement to make sure that the creatures that are knocked out don't die, because they'll be as wounded as they would be in real combat. Now I'm just getting some more doors, getting some doors for my trolls to work on, because the trolls can actually get upset if they don't have any work to do. I think you may have seen that in a couple of the earlier levels, but yeah, they love to manufacture stuff, do the trolls, so yeah, I'll give them that. And yes, I'm going to get a line of traps here. You'll just see me build that, because we'll probably get some heroes. Once we go and take on the heroes, they may start wandering down towards my dungeon and try and kill my dungeon heart. So I want to have some traps in place to greet them if they try and do that. Let's check on my creatures. Lots of training going on, which is good, as I need them all up to level 4. Need them all tip top and ready to fight. They're still quite low level at the moment. Now at this point I think, yeah, I'm not going to send my creatures to take on these heroes because they're still too low level, but I do have a ton of mana, 150,000 now, so I can use Horny instead. So I'm sending in Horny at this point just to get some kills on the board, because you may see the counter. They're just above the minimap, which that will show the number of heroes that you've killed, and I have 0 kills at the moment, but Horny can correct that. So yeah, I can rely on him to at least get me some kills on the board, and then I can follow up with my creatures later on to get the rest once they've been fully trained up and ready to go. So yeah, look at that, a level 8 guard. My creatures would not stand a chance against him, but Horny, no problem. Actually, that wasn't a guard, was it? It was an archer. So there's the firefly
Casino is too small.
trying his luck. Casino's too small. I'll go back there and send them into the combat pit, I think.
Magical item.
Yeah, another magical item. Okay, that's good. Let's see, what's Horny doing now? Okay, he's managed to get through that door, and he's found the temple. There's another level 8 guard. 2 level 8 guards, in fact. 3 level 8 guards. Oh my god. Yeah. Honey's gonna disappear because I've run out of mana at this point. So, yeah, my imps are taking on the blue imps. So, yeah, I've got a line of traps, but I'll need some more, I think. So, shall I build them in front of the door? Nah, in fact, let's get some lightning traps closer to home. They're very powerful. And some gas traps, they can be pretty effective. And some spike traps too. Okay, I think that'll do for now. Who's fighting? I should probably check that. And okay, right. I may have erred here by using Horny when I did, because it seems the heroes are coming to get me. I guess they didn't like all of their buddies getting scythed down by the big red demon. So, I'm gonna have to send in my creatures at the levels that they're at. And we'll see how well that works out. Yep, I've got these level 8 guards, and damn it, the traps are not in place yet. So, okay, this is going to be a real fight. I do have some salamanders, plenty of salamanders in fact, that are, I think, level 5 at least. So I'm going to have to send in everybody. Everybody, fight, take them out. But yeah, you can see I've already lost a whole bunch of creatures because they're just so low level. I can help them out a bit by stunning the guards with lightning and using heal a bit, but those guards are so high level that they can one-shot some of my lower level creatures. So, okay, I can increase their level actually with that magic box, but I'm not going to do that until they're all a bit higher up the chain. So yeah, I'm still losing loads of creatures here, but we've just about killed those heroes. Yeah, they can take them out. And at least we'll get plenty more kills on the board. Stun that last guard. I think that's enough. We've got them, finally, and if we can pick up at least some of my existing creatures and take them back to the lair, which is right next door, before they die. Can you do that, please? Okay, yeah, we've managed to get a few of them. So that's something. So, yeah, I did lose a bunch of creatures there, but I managed to rescue a few of them. And we have killed some more heroes as well. So at least there's that. So, yeah, I've got some kills on the board now. Which is good, even if it did come at the cost of some of my minions. But with the 2 portals that we've got, we'll easily be able to max out our numbers again fairly quickly. Although it will take time to train the new guys up as well, of course. And it seems that we've taken over one of those guard rooms because I've now started getting a dark elf through. Yeah, we'll stop this gold mining because I've got 90,000 in the coffers, and there's some more gold lying around from those dead heroes, which I'll just pick up and put in the treasury. Okay, so yeah, all those dead heroes in the graveyards should get a first vampire through any minute now. And yeah, the salamanders there, they can get fighting because they're back up to full health. So let's take them and get them up as far as they can go. You can train creatures in the combat pit up to level 8, which is pretty damn high, but in order to get to level 10, the only way is direct combat. And speaking of the devil, there is our first vampire, which is a nice powerful creature. So, how many kills? We've got 8 kills on the board now. So we're almost halfway to our total. So I think I can afford to spend some time just sitting back a little bit while and building up my creatures.
The combat pit is over.
So yeah, and I want to get these walls fortified as well, because it just looks better if the rooms are all nice and have fortified walls. So who's fighting? You can get training misses. Okay, so I've got a few creatures close to level 4. And yep, you two start fighting. The combat pit is also useful as an entertainment aid, because creatures that are in there will they'll spectate. They'll go there for a laugh, to cheer on the fight. And we'll just finish off that that torture chamber, just to make it nice and rectangular.
The battle in the combat pit
Okay.
is over.
Yeah, so the fights do go quickly in the combat pit. I'll put him back in the lair just so he can heal up. And take him back. And let's get some more imps, because I think I can keep losing imps to the fights with the other dungeon keepers. So, our lair's almost full, but I think we're maxed out on creatures. So I shouldn't need to enlarge it, I think, just yet. Although I will need to enlarge it when I get hold of the Dark Angels, because they'll need a home. Yep, any creatures at level 4 get fighting in that combat pit. Get them trained up. I would have thought I'd had at least one Dark Knight up to level 4, but not so far. I guess they take a long time to train. Plenty of activity in the training room though, which is good. I like to see. I think some of the rogues are up to level 4 now. Yeah, in fact there's one of them lying unconscious. So yeah, if you could take him back to the lair and just make sure they're back and healed. And build some more doors as well, just to make the dungeon look nice. Some more fighting going on somewhere in the level, but that's probably just going to be imps
Portals have attracted as
getting
many
into
creatures as
fights,
they can.
probably with the blue imps. So vampires up to level 2. Combat pit. It's good that the narrator tells you when the fight is over in the combat pit. It just makes gives you a little notification that there's going to be creatures that need taking back to the lair because they're unconscious. I think that's actually something that only happens in the patched version of the game. I think I read that somewhere. Okay, so right. Yeah, it seems the heroes are trying to fire projectiles at my imps, but they're not actually venturing out to attack the imps because they're stuck behind those barricades. I seem to have 5 dark elves now. I don't know why I've got so many dark elves. Don't really want that many because they're pretty weak, and prefer having dark knights. But at least I've got 3 dark knights as well, which isn't too shabby. And go on and get fighting. Okay, yeah, I'll just leave the imps to do their thing. I can always create more of them if they get killed. Yeah, start training you. Okay, our hatchery is still full of chicken, so don't need to enlarge that. Okay, yeah, get these imps working on fortifying the walls. So I've got salamanders up to level 6 now, which is pretty good, but they can still go higher. And oh, there's 2 more creatures that need assistance, so let's quickly take them. So there you can see one of the rogues is cheering on the fight, but he can get involved. Just like that. Here salamanders come to spectate, but you can also get involved. Create some more imps. So, oh, and it's quite fun just to watch the fight and see who's gonna win. Up to level 7 now, that salamander. And those Dark Knights do take a long time to train. I'm sure they've been on level 3 for about an hour. Okay, Dark Elves patrolling that guard room. Yeah, I may not even bother trying to train up the Dark Elves to higher levels. I might just use them up as cannon fodder, because I think I could do with some stronger creatures, and I've got 5 Dark Elves now, which is more than I really need. Yeah. Oh, right, okay. Blue is making a move on the heroes, so I think it's time to get a move on. So, yeah, let's gather up all my creatures and send them into battle. They may not be as high level as the heroes here, but I've got so many creatures now that they should be able to take them out. I may lose a few minions in the process, but that doesn't matter. I think sheer strength of numbers will make the difference. And yeah, if we can kill these heroes, that's what, 4 heroes there, so that'll take my tally up to 12. And then we should be able to find the remaining 8 fairly quickly, just by moving around the middle of the map. And yeah, I'll heal up the vampire because I don't want to lose him. He's my only vampire. And I want to make sure he's pretty high level. So yeah, just heal them. Okay, yeah, that's doing pretty well. And that lightning trap. Okay, so we've taken out the heroes. Still need to get rid of those traps though. Aha. But yeah, they seem to be doing that on their own, I think. Yeah, they're killing those barricades and shooting the lightning trap. The salamanders should be able to cross the lava as well to hit it. But let's keep exploring, let's move up and find the next group of heroes so we can kill them. And okay, yeah, there goes the salamanders. I'll heal up the vampire again just to make sure he's tip top, and some of the other minions that are suffering.
Your bridge is under attack.
My bridge, where have I got a bridge? I don't recall having a bridge. That's... yeah, okay. Whatever. Lots of traps around here. No matter. Oh, I think that Lost the Troll has been taken out by a gas trap.
You've taken over an enemy bridge.
And aha, there's some heroes. Right. Okay. So let's get them. I'll cancel the flag and set up another one right there.
Bridge is under attack.
So forward, people. And those heroes seem to be a bit weaker, not quite as high level as the ones before, which is good. I think we might have killed all of the high level heroes, so this may be heroes that have come through a hero gate instead. I'm not sure, but we'll zap them with the lightning just the same. So okay, we've got 12 kills on the board. I think this group of heroes may be enough to take us up to the 20. Of course, they're just unconscious at the moment, but once they die, we should get there. But let's keep the fight going. for the moment. Let's take out these barricades and these traps. And we'll take out the door too, so we can get close to the temple. And claim the temple as well. You want to claim it too, if you can. Salamanders are up to level 7 now. Some of them anyway. And oh, green's making a move too. In fact, green's making a move on my dungeon heart. Oh dear. Oh no, you don't. Okay. Back to the dungeon heart, everybody. I think we should have enough heroes now once they die. We're up to 17 on the board, and yeah, once we get everybody back defending the dungeon heart, we should be okay. In fact, there we go. We've done it. We have got everything that we need, so we now have access to the Dark Angels. So once you've seen this sequence, the Dark Angels make an appearance, and you get 10 of them, and they are all level 10. So you've got a whole platoon of super badass, super high level Dark Angels. And once you get these guys, the rest of the level is very easy, or very winnable, because there's just nothing to match these guys. And they can create skeletons. Did you know that? Did I mention that before? If not, well, they can. And they can also create lightning, and they can shoot fireballs, and they hit people with swords. And a level 10 Dark Angel can just about one-shot everybody, anything else, with one swing of their sword. So you probably don't need any of your other minions actually at this point. You can just go in fighting with the Dark Angels instead. So look at all those dead heroes and dead creatures. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna target blue first, I think. And I'm just gonna use my Dark Angels for this. I'll get as close as I can, and I think take possession of them, of one of them, and then we can lead a charge. Just make sure they're all healed up. And okay, I may not even need to take charge of them. They seem to be charging in themselves. Look at them go. They carved through that magic door like it was made of butter. And you can see all of the skeletons that they create as well. It's yeah, they're a force unto themselves. My god, absolute carnage. So yeah, I'll just let them do their thing for the moment anyway. A couple of the angels are injured, but yeah, they're still making pretty short work of all of Blue's minions. There's just nothing to stand up to them. Like, they're one Dark Angel on his own. He must have taken out about 5 guys just by himself. Just get in there with healing, just to make sure they're all okay. I don't want to lose any of them. Okay, let's have a go. Let's get in there, and boom! Down you go. Boom! There, you can see, as I mentioned, you can one-shot just about any creature, no matter what level they are, if you're level 10 Dark Angel. And let's try out their abilities. You can fire some green goo there, and summon skeletons, summon a thunderstorm. Okay, so I think all of Blue's minions are dead, just about. And okay, yeah, I better build that lair now, because the Dark Angels will need somewhere to sleep, and they'll get annoyed if they don't have a home. So I'll plug them all back here for now, just so they can at least build a lair, and then send them back into the fights. So there, I think you can see a couple of them were already a bit pissed off, but they all seem to have a lair now. So, okay, who's fighting? Green's making a move on me. Okay, not to worry. I can use my normal minions to defend my dungeon heart. The salamanders, the dark knights. Get my vampire in there, the rogues. So yeah, they can just be a defensive force now, and the Dark Angels will be the attacking force. So, okay, let's go and quickly take out Blue. Let's find out where his heart is. Okay, it's not in there. That looks like a hero lair. So, okay, it's this way. We found his dungeon. There's his dungeon heart. Right, his entire dungeon is exposed now. Okay, that's good. That must be when you get hold of the Dark Angels, then the enemy dungeons are revealed to you. So you can just find out exactly where the dungeon heart is on the map and go straight there. So right, I'll group them all together. So I've got my entire force of 10 Dark Angels all following me, and let's go. This will not take very long. There, 2 hits and the door was gone, though there was nothing behind it. Did you see that? That was a bit odd. That door was guarding absolutely nothing, just earth. Boom. I almost feel sorry for these creatures. Even a Dark Knight, they've got no chance. Absolutely no chance. Yeah. We've killed just about all of Blue's minions, so the minions he has now are pretty much level 1. And we can summon an entire force of skeletons. Yeah. Okay, forwards, straight to the dungeon heart. Ah, dear. Boulder trap. Not even the boulder trap could kill me. And okay, yep, there's plenty more traps around and doors, but we'll smash through these very quickly. Yeah, you can one-shot the traps. So, okay, here we are at the dungeon heart. Right, let's take out these traps first, just so they don't bother me. One shot. One shot. Okay, summon some skeletons, use up my spells. I'm not sure about that green goo. I think it's better to just charge him with the sword. So, yeah. Where's my other guys? Here they come. Okay. Right. I think we can leave them to it. Yeah, this guy's dead. He is so dead. Fine. That took seconds. Literally seconds. Okay, so there's the temple. We could expand it if we want to, but no, it's big enough. And why would we need to? So, yeah, let's get all of the Dark Angels back to the lair before they get pissed off. And it looks like they want some chicken too. So we just got Green left. But he's not going to last long. I think we can send in our entire force against him. No need to be defensive. Okay, this is our closest point that I think we can get to. Okay, I'll wait until the Dark Angels have fed themselves. And okay, casino's full. Still no jackpot though. Okay, come on. Let's mine out some more gold as well, just to keep our imps out of trouble. We can replenish our coffers. It's gone down to only 57,000. Okay, let's get them all. Get them all in there. Everyone get in there.
Build a bigger hatchery to keep your creatures well fed.
Okay, yep. Everyone forwards. Okay, I'll need to use call to arms, I think, before they all disappear. So let's see. I think this is the way in. Okay, yeah, let's set the flag there.
Your creatures have been blessed.
And yeah, might as well use up the magic boxes that we've got. So everyone's happy and everyone's up a level. And that's a bit weird. Why is there that earth there? Unless it's a magic door, a secret door. Could be a secret door. Yeah, in fact it probably is, isn't it? Because there's definitely a path behind it.
Some of your creatures
Okay, yeah.
call to arms flag.
Well spotted. That one Dark Angel just made it there on his own. So, well done you for that. So, okay, yeah, let's keep going. Forwards. They make such a weird noise. Okay. Yeah, they seem to be kicking ass.
You claim the bridge.
Let's move the flag forwards. Where are the rest of my creatures? Slowly but surely making their way up. There's some more imps. Okay, yeah, and let's move it forward again. Okay, yeah, we're pretty much at the dungeon heart now. Yes, yes indeed. Hopla! Yeah. God. Such a weird noise. The skeletons don't last long, they only last a short time, but when summoned by the angels, but they can still wreak havoc, especially in numbers. Okay, seems most of my creatures have caught up now.
Your portals have attracted as many
I think.
as they can.
So just get through the door and kill them!
Your creatures are impressed with your work.
Creatures are impressed. I should think so. Yeah, look at that. Dead minions everywhere. Yeah, this will be over shortly. So, yeah, that's this level then. It's, as I mentioned, it's a race to get the Dark Angels. Once you've got them, you can easily overwhelm the other two keepers. Take out blue first and then go for green. Or do it the other way around if you feel like it, but I think blue is the weaker of the two. And here comes Horny to get his prize. So when the screen goes dim, I'll post up the link to the website that I mentioned at the start of the video. And it's also in the link as well, in the description I should say. I'll post the link to the website too. So thanks so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time for level 18. Not long to go now. Bye for now.
Pray for the aid of the undergods in this temple. The Fireburst Trap. 360 degrees of carnage at gas mark 9. bone shaker.